Hi there, this is Rob with the Friday edition of the 2-Minute Overnight Overview. Thursday gave us some action. Let's take a look at the odds sheet and you can see why. My primary focus is ES because that's what I trade. Price action gave some mixed numbers with a strong up gap rate but a weak profit factor. Internals look very good with a 61% profit and a profit factor nearly 1.5. And seasonality was also strongly positive with a 57% win rate and a profit factor of over 1.5. So looking at the averages, the percent profitable came to 58.68 and the profit factor of 1.33 were both above my minimum requirements of 55 and 1.3. If I get confirming evidence, numbers like this will compel me to take a long trade. Confirming evidence can come in the form of supportive studies or looking at the odds for the other indices and ETFs. Most of the other indices also showed strong numbers. All of the ETFs would have qualified for a long trade, along with NQ. Russell futures barely missed. Dow futures were the only ones that didn't confirm. We also saw confirming evidence in the studies that were shown. One study that garnered consideration was the one I showed in yesterday's 2-minute overview. Results there showed the last 10 instances of yesterday's setup led to a gap up the next day. Another similar study turned up in the Edge Finder. This one showed the last 7 instances dating back to January 2007 have all gapped up as well. So pretty much everything I looked at was pointing higher. Therefore, I entered near the close and took a long position overnight. I used a stop of 7 points and a target of 8 points. I used the X target instead of the standard one because the seasonality numbers were strong. I explained all my thinking here in the trading room as we approached the close. So let's take a look and see how it played out last night. Unfortunately, despite the odds, this one won against us. After closing at 1400, ES chopped around most of the night. Durable goods orders came out at 8:30 and it dove a bit after that. In the end, the net result was a loss of about 3.5 points. It's disappointing to have a trade go against you, especially when there's so much evidence backing up your idea. But that's how trading works. You make a high percentage bet and you probably win on 67% of them, and you lose on 30 or 40% of them. Now it's time to forget that trade and look to take advantage of the next high probability opportunity. This week's joke: 2 peanuts walked into a bar, cops had to be called because one was assaulted.